Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist news in focus.
Hello, thanks so much for joining us this week. I'm Sibel Kute. Last week's announcement from the World Health Organization that red meat and particularly processed meats are cancer hazards has caused a stir amongst the meat-loving Australian public. The connections between meat and bowel cancer have a well-established body of research behind them, but that didn't stop the critics. Federal Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce downplayed the WHO report on ABC Radio, saying it's ridiculous to equate bacon and sausages with other Class 1 carcinogens such as cigarettes or asbestos. Amid the flurry of discussion, an announcement of alcohol research from the UK received little attention from the media. The study, reported by The New Daily, showed that drinkers who abstain from alcohol for a month showed marked improvements in their blood pressure, diabetes risk and liver health.
This is not new information for us as a church. We've known this since the 1800s. There is a very strong relationship between physical health and spiritual health. And here we talk about meat, but we also talk about alcohol and its influence on the mind, which destroys the wholeness of life that we as a church espouse to.
Teams of Aussie and Kiwi volunteers are making a real difference as Vanuatu rebuilds after the devastation of Cyclone Pam earlier this year. 53 Adventist church buildings, as well as schools and church workers' homes, were destroyed in the storm, but new construction is taking place in a number of different areas. The first church to be rebuilt is at Pang Pang, a village on the island of Efate. Overseas volunteers worked together with locals to get the building completed in time for its dedication service. The new steel buildings, designed by an Adventist builder in Brisbane, can be assembled quickly on site and are rated to withstand a Category 5 cyclone. In an announcement that has a whiff of the apocalyptic about it, scientists from the US say that if humans continue releasing CO2 into the atmosphere, parts of the Arabian Peninsula will experience extremes of heat that the human body cannot survive. Temperatures above 50 degrees Celsius have already been recorded in the Gulf states. The study, published by the Nature Climate Change Scientific Journal, predicts that by the end of the century there will be days so hot and humid that they'll feel like they're in the 70s. The predictions make the biblical book of Revelation's plagues sound plausible.
Now, in Revelation chapter 16, you have the prophecy of the 7 last plagues, which speak about the sun having tremendous power to scorch the earth. There's no question that extreme weather events like this are a sign that Jesus is coming back soon. However, we should not just automatically assume this is the beginning of the plagues. We don't know whether those plagues are going to be natural events or whether they're going to be supernatural events.
For more news from around the world, as well as lifestyle tips, political analysis and inspirational interviews, tune in to the full half hour of InFocus. This week, Aussie politics from a Christian perspective.
The legislation makes it unlawful to communicate in a way that can be seen or heard on the subject of abortion within a specified distance of clinics, say 150 metres. And I think the concern is it may actually be unconstitutional if challenged.
We all know too much salt is bad for us, but does that mean we're condemned to bland food forever?
In fact, in places like Vietnam, when you go and eat out, they put baskets of these fresh herbs in front of you and people just rip them up and toss them through food. And they massively enhance flavour.
And we meet Rowena Gilbert, girls fitness instructor and woman of the future.
Girls were hating soccer, they were hating basketball, and I was tearing my hair out going, well, what can I do to get these girls involved in physical activity? Because at the end of the day, as teachers, we're trying to educate children to be better adults. And if they're going to hate soccer in high school, they're not going to go and join a soccer team after high school.
Sounds great. You can watch Record in Focus on Hope Channel, the Australian Christian Channel or Digital 44 in Adelaide. Check your program schedule for details. And of course, all our videos are available online at the Record website, record.net.au. Until next time, have a great week and God bless.